Alright, I have Coco here. We've been doing a little bit of training. I just warmed her up by doing some touch training to make sure that she... Oh, good job! To make sure that she was in the mood for training and was hungry enough for training, which is something I found was very important. It helps a lot to have a hungry bird. I'm sure you've heard that so many times, but how I did that, I tracked how much they were eating each day. So I would record the weight in grams of their food at the beginning of each day, knowing it was more than they could handle. And I would just see how much they would be eating each day. So at the beginning I would weigh, and at the end I would weigh it and see the difference. And then eventually I started lowering the food to the average of those, and then taking away the food completely before they go to bed, and then I give it back to them when they wake up. So we've been working on, well, I'm not doing great with the camera because I'm trying to do training and camera all at once. But we've been working on doing a spin. Spin. Good girl. Good girl. Can you spin? I kind of got it with my fingers too. I did this all this morning. I wish I had videotaped it, but it only took one session of her being really hungry. Today was the first day that... Oh, I forgot to click. They didn't have her food last night, so she was very hungry this morning. Now she's even doing it without the cue, which I don't know if I really want, but right now I'm still going to reward for it because it's still a new concept, but eventually I'll stop rewarding for doing it without the cue, and I'll only reward when I do the cue. Spin. There you go. That one was a little slow, but I'll kind of walk you guys through how I did it. You always want to warm up with something that the bird knows to make sure that they know that they can do whatever you're asking them to do. Okay, I'll reward you for that one last spin before we show them how I walked you through spinning. So at first I would kind of guide her backwards and then guide her forwards, let her touch, and then I would reward. And I'm not clicking this whole time. I don't know why I have the clicker in my hand if I'm not going to use it. Come on, Mikkel. So I would guide her around, guide her back forward, she'd touch, I'd click, reward. With some birds, you'll have to guide them halfway through, click and reward before you can get them to go all the way, or you might have to use luring to get them the rest of the way. Spin. Good girl. But I was able to just guide her the whole way with the stick. She is so anxious to be doing this right now. This is awesome. And this is nighttime, and usually our trainings are better in the morning. So, this is awesome. Then I slowly started bringing my hand further and further down the stick. Oh, good job, Coco. And I would still guide her. Let her touch. As long as it's not your finger at the very end of the stick, you're always going to want them to touch it so that you keep reinforcing the touching of the stick for targeting. And then once I had my finger all the way down, sorry, I want to keep rewarding for this good behavior. Once I had my finger all the way down, I would start doing this, and then I would start doing the signal. And I'd bring it further and further away from her. And then eventually I dropped the stick without her noticing, and I was just using my finger. And mind you, I would always have her be touching until my finger was about right here. I'm not doing good at training right now while I'm teaching. This is not the best example. I'm just gonna shut up for a minute and do some training and let you just watch. Spin. Good girl. I need to videotape though. Spin. Touch. Not clicking again. Spin. Coco. Spin. All the way around. Good girl. I'm doing pretty bad at clicking right now, but should be clicking each time. Spin. You gotta go all the way around to get the treat. Come on. She's kind of losing her interest. We've been going for about 6 minutes just on the video, so maybe another minute for just warming up. Spin. Spin. Come on. Losing interest. That's okay. Okay, just because you've been doing so good today, I'll reward for that.